Hi, you're so welcome. So this breath technique is called the 1 minute breath. It's called a 1 minute breath because the breath is broken up into 3 parts, and eventually each part would be 20 seconds. So a full cycle of the breath sequence would take 1 minute. We don't worry about the length of each part for now. Our main goal is that each of the 3 parts are even. So with this breath, we inhale, we pause and suspend the breath, and then we exhale. And we'll do a few rounds where we count each part. And then after a few rounds, it's possible to notice how long each part is. And each of us is different, each day is different. And so you may find that the inhale is longer than the pause or the exhale, whichever it is. So after the few rounds, we'll be able to know which is the shortest, and then we'll equalize. So we'll make all 3 parts equal length, and they'll be equal with the shortest part. So it's a really beautiful breath technique. It's great for developing your intuitive mind. It's very calming. And it's my teacher, Jai Carter Kaur, would say about this particular breath technique: if you were to pick one practice to master in your lifetime, this is the practice that she recommends. And so I encourage you to try it, and to try it regularly, and notice in your own self the effects. It doesn't matter what it does to anybody else. It's about the effects in your own self. Okay, so let's start by taking a deep inhale. And as you inhale, make sure to fill up. So let the breath get to the bottom, the middle, and the top of the lungs. And when you're full, then suspend the breath. When we say breath suspension, it's not holding your breath in a forceful way. I like to think of as if your fingers are cupped around a butterfly, so it's just gently suspended. Each part of the breath we don't strain, so we only suspend for as long as is comfortable. Then when you're ready, slowly exhale and count. And notice and count how long. And exhale for as long as is comfortable. The end of the exhale draws a navel in to help expel the air. And then back again, inhaling. Count as you inhale, so we can take note of how long each part is. Filling up. Make sure the breath gets right down into the very bottom of the lungs. It's our prime real estate. When you're full, pause, suspend the breath. Make sure to relax the shoulders, holding the breath. Only hold the breath as long as it's comfortable, counting. And then when you're ready, slowly with control, exhaling the breath out. Controlled exhale, let all the breath out. And at the end of the exhale, drawing the navel in to help expel the air. Let's do one more. Inhaling, filling up, bottom, middle, and top of your lungs. At the top of the inhale, when you're full, your chest expanded, pause and suspend the breath. And when you're ready to, slowly exhale, taking note of how long it is. So you'd have noticed that each part of the breath is a different length. And so whichever is the shortest, we're going to make all 3 parts that length. And so let's go inhaling. So if it was 6, 8, and 9, you make all 3 parts a count of 6. So equalizing the 3 parts of the breath. Remember, when you suspend the breath, shoulders are relaxed. Chin ever so slightly in. Eye gaze can be towards the center of your forehead, eyes closed, and stay very focused. This is your time to internalize your mind. And so stay focused on what you're doing. If the mind wanders, with infinite patience and compassion, bring it back. If you prefer not to count, then you can go with a felt sense. So that sense of each of the three parts being equal. Make sure you don't feel any strain. If you need to stop every once in a while and take a couple of breaths, normal breaths, and jump back in, that's absolutely fine. You're doing great. Keep going. Stay very focused. Nearly there. And so come back to normal and just take a moment here to tune in and notice the effect on you on this day. Perhaps aware of the space that's opened up within. It's great work to work on our presence so that we can live consciously. So thank you very much for joining me and for taking care of yourself.